our next group of unsuspecting guests. And speaking of unsuspecting guests, welcome to the beautiful beach town of Amity Island, once terrorized by a great white shark called Jaws. This was also Cabin Cove made for 10 years on Murder She Wrote, Angela Lansbury and Jessica Fletcher. Yeah, Jessica lived here for 10 years, never knew there was a shark. Not much of a detective in my book. This area was built back in the 60s for the Great Race with Jack Lemmon and Tony Curtis. Oh, no. Looks like we may have cut the wrong shark. Don't worry, we have a diver in our water.
Она сейчас выпрыгнет. Я боюсь. Она прям к нам, смотрите, к нам. А вон водолаза съест, нет, не нас. А где кровь? А, вот кровь.
Okay, sharks gonna fight for eggs as much as pleasant water. Just to play it safe, Rick's gonna pull us up behind the pier. We have a large amount of bait attached to the middle point of the center. Roger's got the taste of blood. He should up that long for us up here on the tram.
Ой, сейчас что-то будет. Сейчас.
He's got the bait. Oh, in the pier. Okay, spraying gasoline. I don't think that's a good sign.
Ой, как горячо. Прям вот так.
Can you see him?
Ой, вон акула.
Say hello to Bruce. Here to tell us all about the making of Jaws, the stars of our feature, as well as our Academy Award-winning director, Mr. Steven Spielberg.
Wherever you were on your cycle, they were always saying, the shark is not working. Repeat, the shark is not working.
We just waited around. The shark was well enough for a while there and things were going on. So I really owe the shark a lot.
Now the reason the shark didn't work so well, you see, our mechanical effects department had built it to work in one of our underwater tanks, which we fill with fresh water. However, Mr. Spielberg here on your monitors decided to go for a little more realism and took him out to the salt waters of the Atlantic Ocean just outside Martha's Vineyard. He's no electrical engineer. In that first memorable sequence they set up, the shark sank directly to the bottom. Afterwards, a lot of the crew jokingly started calling the film flaws. Coming up directly ahead of us is Elm Street. It's an average neighborhood. The house with the green roof on the end is where Jennifer Love Hewitt lived for 5 years on Ghost Whisperer. That's where Robert Duvall made his screen debut as Boo Radley in To Kill a Mockingbird with Gregory Peck. On your monitors and on your right, the Chicken Ranch is the best little house in Texas. The backyard is currently used on About a Boy with Dave Walton, Mini Driver. Sods of a blue home, a yellow home. The house is a different color, so it matches what we use. All the interior of the house is done inside stage 29. We only use this for the backyard. If we need to flesh out the neighborhood, we can go down into Elm Street or up into Colonial Street, which you probably still remember from its 8 years on ABC as Wisteria Lane for Desperate Housewives.
If there is one thing everyone in suburbia can appreciate, it's a good neighbor.
Ava Longoria lived here on your left. That's where she played Gabrielle. That's where Tom Hanks lived in Lady Killers, Jimmy Stewart and Harvey. Next door, 1313 Mockingbird Lane from the Munsters. Fred Quinn, Yvonne DiCarlo back in the 60s. Alfred Woodard lived there for a season. 435 Stand Up belonged to Susan, played by Terry Hatcher. That's where Christina Ricci lived in Casper, Bruce Dern, and the Birds. The last on the left was Lynette. She was played by Felicity Huffman, shared by James Garner, Doris Day, and the thrill of it all. Now, ABC spent 8 years filming Desperate Housewives. They rented 6 sound stages, the street. They built this beautiful practical set at the end for 80s played by Nicholas Sheridan, here in the monitors. Fully practical, you film anything right inside or outside. They paid for it, they built it, they left, we got to keep it. We immediately rented to CSI for one of their episodes, used it for a season of Growing Officials, Jenna Elfman. The park on your left, that was a graveyard in Sunnyvale, up in Vampire Slayer with Sarah Michelle Gellar, where Al and Sam switched places on Emmy Award-winning Watson Lee, Scott Bakman, and Beanstalk Club. The ABC tore out Mrs. McCluskey's home and built us this 2-story practical set on your left. So thanks, ABC. That's where Al Madrigal lives on our show About a Boy on Emmys. The beautiful brick house on your left, Walker Green, played by Marcia Cross. Marcia must have had a great agent. She's got the best house in the entire block. That's the only home of this street with a bathroom. That's location. Mary Alice committed suicide in the Cleaver family home. She had nowhere to go. As we head out, the city of the curve, like our metropolitan sets, you don't notice that the neighborhood ends. You assume it goes on and on. The greenhouse on your left gives belong to Nancy Drew, Nelson, played by Pamela Sue Martin. If you ever wondered how she became such a great detective so young, she grew up right next door to Matlock, played by Andy Griffith. The Creepy House in the Corner, that's one of the originals. That's The House of Seven Gables, starring Vincent Price. Now, Elm Street, Colonial Street, they're great average neighborhoods. You've seen them in movies, TV shows, music videos, commercials, over and over again, and you never realize it. But sometimes we need something a little more creative, a little more fanciful. Here to tell us how we can accomplish that is the Academy Award-winning director of Dr. Seuss's How the Grinch Stole Christmas, Mr. Ron Howard.
It's challenging because the logistics were challenging. We had 11 stages occupied at one time on the Universal lot. One of them was just for putting Who's into their makeup every day. And so I felt like it was one of those extravaganzas from the 30s or 40s. Sets that were inspired by Dr. Seuss, brought to life, made functional enough that, you know, shoot on them, actors could climb on them, people could do flips off them. It makes me so proud that it's become this kind of evergreen.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are going to drive by the cul-de-sac where Cindy Lou Who lived in Dr. Seuss's How the Grinch Stole Christmas. But keep in mind, as of last weekend, this is where the Terror Tramp drops off to visit some of the stars of AMC's Walking Dead. More specifically, The Walking Dead. So they kind of militarized for that. Low budget though, they only got half a tank. I've had things like that, kind of for a full tank, you only get half a tank. Now, in their movie, they only had to worry about the Grinch as their neighbor. So we thought we'd be nice when we moved them and try and find them a better neighbor. Now, it took us a little while, but we did. We found a great guy. He's single, lives with his mom, with the name of Norman Bates. And he Bates Motel. Almost like the Hitchers here. Who's the bandits here? So, I got you Grinch must be close by.
We all go a little mad sometimes.
See anyone? That's still one of the most recognizable freestanding sets in Hollywood. The house itself is a shell. It's completely hollow inside. Here in your monitors, this is not Anthony Perkins. During the filming of the shower sequence, he was in New York working on a stage play. This is the stand-in. The stand-in did all the work. He just got all the credit. Oh no, Norman's home. Ladies, keep in mind, if you're sitting on the left, Norman loves blondes. Just remember the deal, Norman. Only one. Welcome to the crash site from all over the world.
Кажется, он какой-то этот известный актер был.
Paramount Pictures paid $60,000 for the plane from the airline graveyard, torn into 4 pieces, drove 3 out on trucks, flew the tail out by helicopter. Cost them around $200,000 to get it here to the back front. You always get your shipping and handling. All of this for less than 5 minutes of off-screen footage. Here to tell us more about it, or is our director, Mr. Steven Spielberg.
The airplane crash site set is a perfect example of a set that is all designed around the vision that Steven had.
When we first began to sit down and talk about the War of the Worlds, I thought, what if the 747 goes down right in a big neighborhood? Because it's just something you don't see.
You're doing good. You're doing good. Listen to me. Listen to me. Listen, I want you to close your eyes, okay? Down close. Okay. Robbie, get in. Get in. As we head out, look to your left. Look behind the tail of the plane. The large building in the background, that's the engine site from the Isle of Lasorna from the Lost World Jurassic Park. Steven actually built one of his sets in front of another one of his sets. Now, as we make the turn out, look to your left, you'll see a log cabin that was in the Great Outdoors with John Candy, Shooter with Mark Wahlberg, Deja Vu with Denzel Washington, and actually spent time inside Stage 43 for Coach, Chris Nelson. Now, on your left, that big blue backdrop ahead of us, we're going to drive up and around it. Got it on your monitors. The backdrop itself is over 4 stories tall. The pit in front of it goes down about 65 feet. We can fill it with water or dirt, depending on the sequence, with the Lucy Lou's trail from Charlie's Angels. She avoided being shot by hiding in the roof. This clip from the Lost World Jurassic Park, that is nothing more than carved styrofoam with a beautiful paint job from our art department. Plane crash from a music video, looks great with all the effects in place. And then, of course, the green screen or the chroma key effect allowing us to use CGI or computer-generated images, make it look like Jim Carrey and Morgan Freeman to walk on water as Bruce Almighty. Now, Jim was also there. That was the end of Truman's World, The Truman Show. And in The Majestic, when he got in the car accident where he lost his memory on the bridge, that was also in front of our backdrop. So he's been quite a bit. Now, using those same CGI effects, this is where Katniss began the games in Hunger Games 2, Catching Fire. That's where pirates were chasing after mermaids in front of a lighthouse in Pirates of the Caribbean on Stranger Tides. We see the art there in Evan Almighty. Saw it in Pacific Rim. Used over and over again, and you never realize you're in the same spot. Now, we are coming towards the end of the tour, so here are some final words. Once again, it's my co-host, Mr. Jimmy Fowler.
Well, I can't believe it. We've made it to the end of our tour, you guys. How about
Ingrid
and
Jeff?
Were they the best? Hey, before we go, I'd like to sing you a little song I made up. I was just 5 years old. It's called Tramtastic. We had a real good time together. Now the ride is done. We saw some crazy cool stuff, and we had a lot of fun. This tram has made its final stop. Don't be sad and blue, 'cause there's still one more thing that I'd like to say to you.
And the one, and the two.
Have a tram-tastic day. Have a tram-tastic night. Watch your step as you exit the tram, and everything will be alright. Come on, have a tram.
Oh, come on, guys. I thought we were bonding.
Have a tram-tastic night. Watch your step as you exit the tram. Everything will be alright. Just the dad now. Everything will be alright. Just the mom. Everything will be alright. Just yours.
Once again, my name is Jeff. Your driver was Ingrid, and we want to thank you for taking the studio tour with us. As we head back into the theme park, we ask that you guys all your personal belongings together. Have the 3D glasses ready to toss in the collection bins. Make sure you aren't tossing the 3D glasses. We get a lot of sun.